What's cracking lagging? What's cracking lagging? What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? We're back with another video. Um, so it was Kaya. She pointed out. Big shout out to you, by the way. She texted me a couple times about some different ideas and different stuff like that, and also my fiance pointed this out too, like shortly afterwards, that my podcast doesn't always have to consist of someone else, and it could just be me talking. So right now, man, you're just finna listen to Ray G's thoughts, bro. You're just finna listen to my thoughts, and thank you once again for coming on and blessing me with some of your time today, big guy, the little lady, big girl, whatever you are. Thank you for anyone who gives this any time, whether you watch it just for a minute or two, whatever it is. Let me know what you do like about it, man. Let me know what you don't like about it, man. But I'm kind of more of on a mellow tone today because I do got something a little bit more serious that I do want to get into today for the most part. And it's something that kind of really bothered me. Like it started this morning, and it really pissed me off. It really made me very, very angry. But I don't think we're gonna find out anything. If people are just yelling and screaming at each other, if I'm just yelling at y'all. So I had to calm down for a second before I sat down and did try to make this video. But long story short, black people in my town disappoint me. I'm gonna let that sink in for just a second. All right, you got a second. All right, so and I know I have to elaborate on what I just said because it's a bit of a bold statement, of course. But when I'm talking about the black people that I'm talking about the black people that are in my town in Thomson, Georgia. I don't really know no black people nowhere else. I don't live there. I don't know them folks. I don't know how they rock. I don't know how they roll. But black people in my town by far are some of the most ignorant people I've ever met in my entire life. So first off, I want to talk about how many times I've been called white or I am whitewashed because I speak proper English. The thing is, my mama a long time ago, my mama saw a lot of different things that kept going along and a lot of different patterns from things that we had in our family that didn't need to continue to go on. One of those things was speaking English. I don't know if you've had any trouble listening to me yet, but I speak pretty clear, proper English for the most part. And apparently that's white because I don't say nigga in every other sentence. I'm not super loud all the time. I don't know what it takes for me to speak black. I don't know what that means. Because I talk white. Don't get it. I don't get it at all. So if it means that I'm not black and I have to speak proper English, I'll be purple, I'll be gray, I'll be Mexican, I'll be white, I'll be whatever it is. I'll be anything else other than black before I conform to horrible patterns and bad ways of expressing myself just because I'm black. I also don't listen to rap anymore. As far as like 21 Savage, Drake, Lil Uzi, I don't listen to it anymore. Now I did used to listen to it. So now that I'm not listening to it, I dove more further into my rock, my classic pop, newer pop, country, Christian rap. There's a lot of rap I've been listening to. There's a lot of good rap there, honestly. Obviously some of it's cheesy, but I found a lot of good stuff so far. If you want the playlist, if you trying to switch over by chance, I do got you. But it's white for me to also listen to country music. That's white of me. So if it means that I'm not going to be black because I don't listen to shoot a nigga, F her right in the pussy, gang shit, if that means I'm not black because I don't listen to that, I'm not black. I'm not. I know you're looking at me. Some of y'all looking at me. I'm not black apparently. That's not how it works. My thing is, and a lot of people do, and you can do whatever you want to, of course, but I just want to put this seed in your mind here. The reason I don't listen to it anymore is because I was searching through my Bible, and it was explaining to me how the eyes and the ears are, you're still, no matter what you see, remember you're seeing it spiritually, and it's going to take a part of your life. It's going to take a part in your life. Now, I'm not saying because you listen to rob a nigga that you're going to rob a nigga. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, the dude who just drove by and did a drive-by on another dude, I promise you he's not listening to Taylor Swift. Is he listening to Taylor Swift or Young Nudie? Okay, now, the thing about it is, I don't want you to think about it too hard. It's very simple. If I put a 8-year-old in a room and I played a bunch of like storytelling songs, whether that means like something more like J. Cole, that's what most country music is anyway. Ain't nothing but the dude literally. Country music ain't, most of it literally ain't nothing but a country dude literally telling you what he did the other day. I hate bales and I shuck corn. You know what I'm saying? Like, no insult to country music. I love country music, but that's basically what it is. I could play like some J. Cole type deal where he's telling a story. And if I play that in that room with that 8-year-old, and then I go to the next room and I have this 8-year-old in here listening to buh, 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 beat the hole down. Buh, buh. If I put that 8-year-old in that room, who do you think comes out of these rooms more aggressive? And I'm not telling you have to change anything, but I want us to think logically here. Who comes out of that room with more problems? Who comes out of that room with more bad thoughts? So, and to move on to the next point, black people also highly disappoint me in the workforce. I'm also talking about the black people here. When I go through McDonald's, I get thanks you McDonald's. It's not even a full English sentence. Thanks you McDonald's. I'm supposed to understand what she just said. Hey, can I get a number one with no pickle, fries, and a Sprite? Anything else? And after everything I say, anything else? Anything else? Anything else? And a lot of people think that's okay, but my thing is, fam, you're not exercising your ability to talk to people. If you cannot talk to people, you work remotely. Work behind a screen. Don't come outside. Don't speak to strangers, because if you can't talk to people, you can't handle people altogether. You suck. You're what's wrong with society. You have an issue for no reason. People are sitting there trying to get food. People are trying to order it, and you're just being massively rude, like right off the bat. And my thing is, I don't feel bad for these service workers. Everyone always wants to hit me with they've had a long day. Oh, they've had a this, they've had a that. I worked at Sonic for 6 years. A little after that, I was also a waiter for almost a year as well, too. I don't feel bad for you. My brother had got incarcerated wrongfully. My mom got strung out on drugs. I almost thought I wasn't going to see my little brothers again. And I went to work all of those days with all of that stuff going on in my life. And none of the people who came through Sonic got my sob story, because I wanted to be like, what you want? How can I help you? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Fam, everybody's going through something. Everyone is. I don't feel bad for them. You're a bum. We hire these kids at Sonic. They come up to you. They talk well for a few minutes. They sit there. I talk, and it's just always the black kids. It's always the black kids. Man, this almost put me to tears earlier, bro, because we don't care. We don't care. I personally feel like we just don't want to be white so bad that we just start doing stupid shit. I'm gonna say it. I feel like we just don't want to be white so bad that we just do stupid shit. So I sit across from all of these young black men and women at interviews, and as I interview them for their job, hey, so you do any extracurriculars at school? So no, you don't do band or football or nothing. Oh no. What is there to hire? What is there to hire? What was that? Where you from? I'm from here. Like, that's your interview? That's your interview? And then you got the ones who mastered the interview part. So they come in there, they dress nicely, they have a haircut. Everything looks good. Looks like they clean up nice. Next week they come to work. They come to work first few days. They're a little shy. They're a little nervous. They get to fitting in. Second week of work, they pants don't fit all of a sudden. The ride that I asked them, I was like, hey, how old are you? Are you 16? You got your license yet, man? Nah, not yet. I was like, oh, okay. If you don't have your license yet, do you have a current way to work? Like, do you have a consistent way to arrive to your job on time? Yeah. My grandma, my mama, they'll take me. Cool. All of a sudden, grandma can't make it. Mama can't make it. They got to call the uncle. all of those kids are always late to work. All the time. And then we got kids who come in there. I got this one kid who used to come in there all the time. He used to come in late without his uniform on, with a wife beater on. Because of course, he got a wife beater on. Of course, he wants to be cool for the girls and everything. Because who wants to make money at a job? We want to be cool for the girls, of course. He wants to wear a wife beater and everything, not have his clothes on. Come in at 4:15 when he's supposed to be there at 4, and just start walking around the store and just talking to everybody and relaxing before he comes in. I'm like, fam, what are you doing? Like, there's no way. It baffles me to think that they think that is okay. My thing is, parents, y'all suck. Y'all are ass. Y'all do not know what you're doing. You are not raising your kids. And if you feel like I'm insulting you, then the boot fits, big dog. I'm talking to you. You suck. You're terrible. If he can't show up to work at Sonic on time, what makes you think he's going to show up to his college classes on time when you send him to college to go learn something? Forget college. You send him to the military. He back. Didn't even finish basic. Cause he don't do well with authority. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And I've only heard people use that term in this town to black people. White kids don't have that. They never say that about white kids. But that one black kid, he has problems with authority. And see, the thing about it is, everyone always wants to hit me with but this. I was broke too. I was another statistic too. I'm supposed to be in the same hood you in right now. I'm supposed to be selling drugs statistically. I was born in Georgia in a single household with one mother who worked from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant working all nights and all days of the week. I went to sleep with only popsicles on my stomach some nights. I went to sleep and woke up and the lights weren't on. I dried my socks for school in the stove. I was broke too. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. Parents, people of color, any if you're 16 and you're watching this video, you're 16 even up to my age, bro, you can fix it, bro, and you can do it now. I'm 22 years old. I have a home. I have a nice truck. 2016. My fiance has a vehicle. 2021. And I don't say these things to brag, but I say these things to tell you that it is possible. When you show up to work on time, when you wear a belt and cover up your ass, when you say yes ma'am and yes sir, and despite your day, you talk to people like you got some common sense, any common sense, you can be in the same place I am. I am in no place special. Well, I'm in a place that's special because I believe in Jesus Christ and I believe that he also helps me get here. So I do believe that is special. I do want to say that. But I don't believe there's a secret sauce to it. I don't. There was no grant. There was nothing. I didn't hit the lottery. There was no come up. I went to work. Stop learning how to file for food stamps. Stop learning how to file for more and more government assistance and start finding out how to be the best worker wherever you are. Fam, there's no way on God's green earth, if I went to work at McDonald's today, that I would not be a store manager by the end of the year. No way. There's no way. Because I hate to tell you, bro, if we can't get these kids to work at Sonic and everything, bro, it's just not going to work. We just have broke mindsets. We are not broke. We have broke mindsets. We don't want to make no money. We don't. Because we're always stopping to look at the most fast-paced version to get the bands. The most fast-paced way possible. That is not it. That does not always happen. Stop looking at other kids who got benefits and they mamas and daddies did this or whatever. And if you're a poor kid, stop picking at and this is for a few of my friends who I know are down to heart, who have some money, who are just happen to be blessed financially. If they're blessed financially, don't be like, oh, where you get that truck from? Mama and daddy's money? No, bro. That's not funny. That's not funny. You don't know why? Because your mom and dad worked harder than your mom and dad. That's all that means. If you want to ever make more money than the people around you, you need to start listening to more than just the people around you. I have been in the room with millionaires. I've been in the room with people worth millions of dollars. Because I can be respectful, I can have conversation, and I can be a decent human being. I've been in a room with millionaires, and I didn't ask nobody for no handouts. I asked all of them for advice. And let me give you some advice. I asked all of them, if you had to tell somebody something my age right now today, what would you tell them? What would you tell them to do tomorrow? Not your stock portfolio in 6 years. What would you tell them to do tomorrow? And all of them gave me something, but all of them shared this one consistent line with me. That's one thing you got to look for, is consistency. If you're going to look at a bunch of videos about doctors or something like that, you want to follow the pattern that all of those doctors are sharing. They usually have, even if they completely disagree as far as their main idea, there's a topic or something that they agree on. Some of these millionaires I had disagrees with other ones on how they did it, but they all agreed on this. At right now, at your age, work. Go to work. What better have you been doing at home? Playing 2K? Running the streets? Smoking dope? Selling dope? If you ain't at home meditating, praying, keeping your house clean, because I believe cleanliness is closer to godliness. I mean, I don't expect to walk in a preacher's house and see bed bugs and fleas. That's also another thing too. We gotta stop. We also gotta take care of what we got. We get into houses and we get into these places, and I see people get blessed with this stuff, and they take it for granted. They sat there for years, sad as hell that they couldn't get an apartment, that they couldn't afford it, that they gotta work for their credit. They worked for their credit. They sat there. They found their job. They got their stuff. They get in the apartment, and now we're smoking in it. We're smoking in the apartment? Okay. I mean, that's fine if we just do it we're smoking in it every day. Some of you might ask me, some of you might be frustrated with some of the things I might have had to say, and I hope not, because I want to say this. At the end goal of this video, I'm hoping that at least one young black male and female, I hope a total of at least 2 people took something away from this video and want to change something about their life. Whether you need to ask more questions to change it, whether you need to move things around, no matter what it may be, I hope you're willing to change your life. Because you can be here too, bro. I know everybody might not believe in you. And I know everybody might be looking at you crazy for the thoughts that you might have, bro. But I believe in you. I believe that you can be better than you were yesterday. I believe that you can be better than you were 5 minutes ago, bro. It takes now. A lot of people like to worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will have its own problems. Just do today. When I'm at home, something that I fail to do, I'll look through my phone, check my text messages, and check a few updates on Facebook, and check on different people I might follow, whether it's different food stuff, different medicine stuff that I'm watching or anything like that. And I like to check check that stuff. And one thing I forget to do is just sit home and be quiet and listen to my thoughts. Where are my thoughts going? And this is what I do. When my thoughts start to go crazy, because I tried to take medication one time for my mind, and from then on, I don't believe in medication for the brain. I don't believe in it. Anxiety medicine, depression medicine. Personally, I don't believe in it, because I think you will just become dependent upon the medicine. People say, "Oh, I take my medicine and it helps me, and it helps me get better." Cool. I am not here to say that it is not helping you. But it's helping you at what cost? What is it actually doing to your brain? Matter of fact, the next time you go to the doctor, bro, go search up the medicine that you got all together. Anything. Sorry to go off on another little side rant, but you got to take care of yourself at home. When you're at home, you should be resting. You should be praying. You should be cleaning your home. You should come outside. Just feel the air. Cut your phone off. Leave it on the couch. Walk outside. Touch the grass, bro. Touch the grass. Life is real. Stop looking at all these other people live their lives. Start living yours, bro. Someone posted something on Facebook and said social media has killed reality. I don't think it's killed reality for me. Because I fixed that. I was addicted to the phone just like everyone else. Couldn't do anything without it. I wake up in the middle of the night. It's the first thing I go boop, go click it, go see what's going on. Bro, it's 3 a.m. Go back to sleep. Get some rest. My mind always likes to go the hardest at nighttime. And I'm dipping off a little bit. My mind likes to go off the hardest at nighttime. That's when I want to start working towards stuff. That's when I start remembering, oh, I should have did this. Oh, I should have did this. Oh, I should have did this. Start scheduling the things that you want to do. If you're trying to go to work and make it to work on time, you're going to go to school and you want to start a podcast like me. You want to do that. Fam, you're going to be at school 8 hours a day on Monday. You got to work 4 or 5 hours after you get off on Monday. Tuesday, you talking about getting the podcast together and recording the video. Hey, go ahead. But me personally, there needs to be an hour in there or two where you're doing nothing. I believe rest is completely appropriate. I believe it's completely called for. I don't really believe in chakras and crystals and rocks or anything like that. But I sit there alone with my thoughts, and I ask myself, is what I'm thinking evil? Is what I'm thinking am I only thinking about me? Cause I can't do that. I got a fiance. I got 2 kids. Nothing I do is ever just about me. Nothing. To tie that back into what I was talking about earlier, the reason I speak well at that window, the reason why I'm always giving you a good attitude is because I might have went through something bad today, but you might have went through something bad today too. You know how many times I went outside after a customer seemed to be a little snappy and angry, and I went outside and I was nice to them and I was like, hey, have a blessed day. And I walked away. You know how many times people have come back to tip me? They ate their food, went home, came back the same night to tip me. And then I got car hops who work at Sonic and say they don't get no tips. Really? Wonder why. Also, these same people, I go out there and I'm nice to them, bro. You know how many people have who just stopped and just started crying in front of me? Because they were hurt, and hurt people hurt people. Fam, people who, even the other day I was seeing somebody, they was bullying somebody, and then it was like, oh, you can tell they've been bullied before. And when I thought about that and I processed in my head, I'm like, wow. How do you know how to bully somebody? Because you have to learn how to do it. You can't be, like, if you're bullying somebody, you can't be bad at it. Like, people got to be laughing with you, and it's got to be a good joke for people to be laughing and bullying somebody. How do you get good at bullying somebody? Either they got someone in their life that they're mirroring because they've been bullied, or the person on this end has been bullied, and now they're just like, okay, there's only bullies and the bullied. And they believe that they have to be the bully to survive. And I go out there and a lot of people just start boo-hoo crying because they mama done died today. They lost a pet. They can't afford their rent this month. But man, really what I want to get out of this today is that I hope that somebody grabs something from this. Something meaningful and something to take and something to run with for the rest of your life. I usually put my Snapchat, my Instagram, and my TikTok in the description or whatever. I'm going to put it in there too. If you think you got a question about something that I said today, if you think you felt insulted, if you think you have good commentary to give on this, please let me know. I know this is something for sure me and Dinquan, who y'all seen in the most recent pod. This is something that me and him will be talking about on here for sure. But black people in my community, man, we gotta start changing. Our culture has to change. Our culture has to change. I don't know if I mentioned this. But we went to a store. I forgot what it. I think it's the store. I think it's Accents and Deering. I think it's what it is. And I know I've heard the rumor before that the guy who owns it is apparently racist. Notice I said it's a rumor. No insult to any family member of theirs that might be watching this, or the guy or girl, he or herself or whatever. But at the front door it says no sagging pants. And as my black friend next to me looked over and said, "You know who they talking about?" Why do I know who they talking about? Why are we the only people who don't have our clothes all the way on? It's always us. It's always us. It's okay for us to be different, but I think we got to start asking ourselves, why are we the way that we are? And is it beneficial? And is it beneficial to the people around you, the people that you care about? And is it beneficial to you? You got to take care of number one first. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your kids. You not getting no sleep at night because you up all night and you drinking or you're playing the game or this, that, and the third. You're not going to go to school tomorrow and operate well. You're not going to go to work tomorrow and operate well. You're not going to get up and make the podcast and operate well. You're not going to get up and start working on your business and operate well. Big shout out to I forgot what she calls it, but Jayla. She is. I'm trying to pronounce it right. I'm trying to say it right, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm lightly scatterbrained this morning. But shout out to her, Jade. I think it's J&J's Cookies. That is a black entrepreneur in Thomson, coming out of Thomson. And that's something that I do want to shed light on, that there is still black people out here who are trying to make it and be a positive impact. Big shout out to Dinquan Lucas, who not only works with the NAACP in the area, he's also a police officer. He's very active with his church. He just did a meeting where it was open to the public for police officers to come out, for regular people to come out, and they had an open panel discussion. And I really don't want to, and I love the way he says this, I don't want to hear your voice if you're not going to come share it at places and things and functions like that. And if you can't, and I mean, he's not lying. He's not lying. Big shout out to EJ again from last podcast as well too. A creator in our town, Big shout out to and he's a creator in our town. He started YouTube. He's got close to 2,000 followers now, 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I do apologize. Big shout out to Nicardo, who is not from Thomson, but he lives in Thomson now. 6,000 subscribers on YouTube, 5,000 on TikTok as well too. Let's see who else I think about. Big shout out to my friend Cam Bentley. Cam is now a teacher after being Mr. THS, after being a head equipment manager at Georgia State. To brag on Cam a little bit more, Cam probably didn't even need the keys to the school because Cam had so many keys while he was in school. Cam was the manager for the basketball team. Cam was also the manager for the football team. And when I say manager, I don't mean your average, everyday, walk around, not care about your job manager. No. Cam's one of those young black men who actually cared about being better at his job than anyone else. He lined up jerseys, make sure they were washed and make sure they got washed and put in the right bin, set up, clean, make sure the locker room looked great before he left. Whatever extra task and anything that Cam had to do, Cam went far and beyond. So big shout out to him. He just became a teacher, and he's now a teacher at Thomson High School as well. There are definitely some bright spots in our community when it comes to the color of our skin and representing it to the max. But I don't want my child to grow up. My fiance is white, so my children are mixed. But I don't want my children to grow up and not enjoy the color of their skin because of the way you people act. Yeah, I say you people. Because if you feel insulted, I'm talking about you. I surely am. And I don't want you to be angry with me, but I want you to take accountability for yourself and do better. I really, really do. Really, really do. But I love y'all and appreciate y'all. This is kind of the first time I'm doing a podcast by myself, so probably didn't sound the cleanest or probably wasn't the greatest thing you've ever heard, but it's something that I had to say and something that I wanted to say. But I'm finna get inside and go hold my newborn for a little while and have a blessed rest of my Wednesday. Sorry, never really know what day it is. Once again, I appreciate you for your time, and I want you to stay massively blessed. Keep on moving to a better thought process, better minds. I know all of you might not believe in prayer, but I would say pray today. And if you don't believe in prayer, I would say meditate. So sit there, just be alone with your thoughts. Think about that business that you want to do, and think about the things that you do want to change in your life. And hopefully, this starts a major crazy chain reaction and moves forward into some hearts and into some minds. Forgive me for I cussed and I said a few crazy words today that you usually won't be hearing from me, but I had to use it. I felt like I needed to get out the severity of the situation, to say the least. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you like anything that you've seen today, please share. Please do not be afraid, my friends. Deuces.